You're listening to a Countout Podcast.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to a Countout Podcast.
Yeah!
Hey everybody, it's Amanda.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is How to Talk to Your Friend About Wrestling.
Live and in person.
Live and in person with energy drinks.
Oh no.
After the day we've had.
After the week.
It's only Tuesday. We're here. We have content. Look at us, 2 weeks in a row.
Hell yes. We are doing shit.
We're fucking crushing so hard right now, guys. You're not even ready.
The hardest. We're gonna do some fun stuff today.
We're gonna throw back to Collective, where I was not.
It's not that far with it.
It's a throwback nonetheless.
It's like a month. Not even.
Has it been? No, it's been like 2 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, fine. All right. We're going to throw back to Collective. The GCW versus DDT show, very specifically Second Gear Crew versus
Chris Brookes, Shunma, and Watase?
Okay. I was going to say Chris Brookes and Friends because Chris Brookes is the only one I actually know from that group.
You know Shunma.
But
you've seen Shunma.
I feel like you're correct when you say that, but I don't remember.
Lego.
Oh.
Lego match from Prestige.
Okay. I have seen Shuma then.
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember. That's right. It's all coming back to me. Please excuse us if you're hearing Ashley's little tippy types.
It's my loud ass keyboard.
Her little tippy types. Her pink ass keyboard on her pink ass desk in her pink chair.
Listen.
We like pink.
Yeah, it's Watase. Sorry, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Well, we just gotta make sure we say it right. That's all.
Yeah, Emil.
And then if you did, fucking shots fired.
I'm kidding. I kid.
And then, in case you don't know, Second Gear Crew is made up of Manders, Manser, and Justice.
Matthew Justice, which very well could be Matthew Justice's last show at GCW.
Bye bye, Justice.
Also, if you can hear wind, I'm sorry, the window's open.
Should we close it a little?
No.
A scotch?
Because it smells.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess Justice is going bye-bye. The
line has been drawn in the sand. He chose a side.
He fucking picked a side.
And that's all I'm going to say.
I don't know if he chose correct. We'll fucking see about it.
I don't want to.
We won't go into it anymore.
I don't want to speculate.
We have wrestling to talk about.
Oh, yeah, we do.
So Ashley got to be present at this match.
Yeah, and you know what? I will say the most cringy thing ever is seeing yourself at a GCW show. Playback. I keep touching your foot.
That's fine. Sorry. You haven't actually touched my foot. It's all my shoe, but that's fine. I can say I agree with that. Like, it's pretty cringe when you see yourself, because I sent you a reel where I was like, hey, look, it's me.
Yeah.
Off to the side during one of the wrestlers' entrances at brunch. Well, the one show I was at, and I ended up in a reel. I'm slightly devastated.
Okay.
That I didn't make it to this fucking match.
I think the whole show was just really, really good.
I have to imagine.
I mean, you know me. I was sad that you weren't at a lot of the shows because I need my emotional support person.
Yeah.
But this was definitely a lot of fun.
Well, here's to hoping that wrestling comes back to the West Coast.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, fucking 10 years from now when
Seriously.
I'm fucking old.
Yeah, so
I'll be 45 in 10 years. Sorry, just wanted to throw that out there.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, anyways, Collective, GCW versus DDT, Second Gear Crew versus what I'm gonna call Chris Brookes and Friends.
Yeah.
You get to see Ashley in this, and I love it. I love her reactions.
Oh my god,
It's
I'm so
cute.
sorry.
It's so cute.
So when Chris Brookes comes out, because he's the first one to come out, he brings 2 large containers of Legos. Like,
3. It was like,
but they were like stacked on top of each other.
I think it was 4 plastic containers total.
Yeah.
Full of Legos. And then there was like a one of the fucking Ukrainian Cultural Center beer buckets full of Legos.
Oh yeah. So they were just digging Legos out of everywhere. Just a pit full of Legos. But
I kind of love that every time I've seen a fucking Japanese wrestler, they've come with Legos.
Yeah. And that's Shunma's go-to.
Okay.
I was gonna say that the first like big crazy thing that happens is, I don't know, I mean, to me this is a big crazy thing, but Manders tries to take his chaps off and couldn't get them off.
Yes.
And then he does get them off and goes to choke Chris Brookes with them.
Which he had to have jumped a little to reach Chris Brookes, because Chris Brookes is a goddamn skyscraper of a man.
So tall. The tallest boy.
So tall. That was both the funniest and silliest fucking thing in the entire world.
It was
Get your chaps off, Manders.
Yeah. I think we're like maybe 3 or 4 minutes into it, and Mansor's already bleeding.
Manser bleeds immediately.
Oh, it's like it's John Moxley levels of blood now.
It is. It is. And it's instantaneous.
If you look at Mansor too long, he just
busts.
Yeah.
And starts to bleed. I will say though, like, okay, this is such an odd thing to notice and to be like in awe of. Manser has a great like bleed pattern too.
Oh yeah, when it goes like slightly over his eye, like a cute little red eyeliner.
Yeah, like he's got a great bleed pattern. So anytime Manser bleeds, I'm like, I'm for it, because your bleed pattern is so good, and it always ends up covering his entire face.
Yeah, he's just a beautiful little boy.
He is. It's so odd thing to be.
Okay, we have to talk about it because.
Okay,
I didn't see it because I was there.
Okay.
But upon watching the replay, we get Second Gear Crew split screen.
Yes! Yes!
With a full like layout on the fucking Fight TV page.
Yeah, it was the Second Gear Crew split screen.
It was so stupid but so funny.
Did Second Gear Crew paid for this?
They pay that extra money. Fucking okay. At one point, okay, there's so much happening. Chris Brookes takes off Manders' boot.
Yeah.
And then
to unveil
the cutest, tiniest little gray athletic socks.
So like it's funny, one, because Manders and Manser both wear cowboy boots while they're wrestling. So like already silly that you took his boots off.
Yeah.
But then he's got Manders wrestles in the trunks or whatever, in the chones.
Yeah.
So it just looks like fucking you caught Manders just getting off of the couch headed to bed. Because he's in his little choners with his fucking gray socks.
I was expecting some white gold toes or something. Like
I was
some
expecting
real dad socks.
Yeah, I was. Or heavily patterned socks. Like, today I'm wearing fucking hot dogs and mustard socks.
Or like full on American flags.
Oh yeah. Or camo.
Oh, camo would have been good.
Yeah. Okay.
That's hilarious. Yeah, and so Manders' boot comes off, and then he takes his other boot off and starts hitting everybody with it.
Which I feel like, why would you help them?
I don't know. I mean, at one point his boots do go back on.
They do come back on,
which
but
is good.
He gets his fucking feet slammed into some Legos.
Hell yeah. And I can't imagine how much that does not feel great.
Also, fucking Shunma is in Joker makeup.
Oh yeah, we got tiny baby Shunma as the fucking full face Joker makeup, which makes him look even more insane because he's so like unassuming normally.
Yeah.
And then you put him in Joker makeup and a fucking like blue button up, and you're like, this man is gonna murder someone.
I do have to say, okay, so now remembering that I have seen him from Prestige.
He did not have Joker makeup.
No, he did not. He just looked like a normal dude.
Little guy,
yeah. And so like seeing him in the Joker makeup definitely added a layer of mystique.
It adds a little layer of crazy.
Yeah, like how far is this gonna go? I will say this. He has some very silly jumps. He has some very silly jumps.
I did have to like stop for a second and just laugh.
And just giggle.
At one point, after like this crazy like ladder spot where Manser had was it Manser who had the ladder on him, or was it
Manser had the ladder on him and he was doing the helicopter?
Yeah, and taking everyone out, and then
Shunma takes over.
Shunma takes it, and then they fucking drop So Manser is on one side, Manders is on the other, holding the ladder. They're holding Shunma up. Shunma's holding on.
Shunma is not touching the ground.
Not touching the ground, and fucking Justice like basically spears him. And we're just like fucking cringe city over here.
I was just so worried about Shuma's neck.
Yeah. So anyway, the ladder gets put up, and fucking Shunma jumps. He doesn't jump. He does not jump. He's all the fucking way up on this ladder.
He's top tier on the ladder.
It's like a 6-7 foot ladder.
Yeah.
Like it's not the tallest ladder, but it's not
a small. Yeah, it's definitely not a step stool. He's little. Yeah. It's taller for him. So he's like what, the size of fucking Chris Brookes at this point on top of the ladder.
Yeah, basically.
But he just like
fell.
Yeah, he like fell off of it. And just
didn't even fall with style. And there's in the words of Buzz Lightyear.
That's not flying, it's falling with style.
Yeah. He did not fall with any style.
He jumps in quotations off of one of the ring posts when they're doing like the three-way.
Yeah.
And it's the same fucking fall. So I feel like this is just how Shunma falls.
Yeah, this is how the boy falls. He just kind of throws himself off of it.
There were, speaking of falls, so we have silly falls in this, but I have to say, there was some top tier selling in this match.
Oh my God, we need to talk about my favorite spot, which is Chris Brookes breaking the fucking plastic bin over Matthew Justice.
The fall we get from Justice.
Just here.
Top tier, yes.
That's a nice applause.
That was a fucking
Matthew Justice for that fucking fall. So
that
good.
Was like, I don't like the restraint because it wasn't a goofy fall.
No, it wasn't.
And it could have been a goofy fall because he went fucking full fucking like, how do you even explain it? Like
stiff.
Yeah, he went stiff as a board, but it wasn't goofy. He did it so fucking well. Matthew Justice with the fucking sell.
Good job, buddy.
Who else? Shunma. We got a fucking great sell from Shunma too, but I don't remember what fucking hit him between all the goddamn doors and chairs we were smacking people.
It was literally so fucking much. Like, oh my God.
The selling.
There was one point where they used the rest of the plastic bins because, like you said, there was like 4. They set up like a little table.
Yes, dumped all the Legos.
Bins, dumped the Legos so that now the ring's just covered in Legos. And Brookes got on the ring post,
and they put Justice
on the bins, and he fucking just like floop. I don't know that
it was like a butt slam.
Yeah,
a butt slam is how I would describe that.
He butt slammed fucking Justice through the plastic bins.
You know what? I just found out like 2 of our next games we're gonna play. One is like the renaming of moves because this is going to be hilarious because I'm a clown. And then we still have to do the make Amanda guess your fucking finisher.
Oh, true.
Because
Yeah.
Descending Angel is the only one I remember, and that's not even the correct word for it, but I know it's Kenny Omega's.
Descending That is not it.
That is a fucking Misfits song.
It's close.
I know Angel's in it.
One winged angel?
Yeah, one winged. Yeah, Descending Angel, one winged angel. The same thing. They're both coming down.
We got a staple gun.
We got 3 fucking staple guns.
That is very true.
Which, so Chris Brookes and friends,
yeah,
staples everybody's forehead. Manser is already bleeding, and then sick ass fucking Manser pulls the staple from his head and just like is so stoked.
Yeah,
and then the staple guns get used on Chris Brookes and friends. We think we're just gonna staple gun them in the bellies. No, it's in the wieners.
Yeah, full on dick
staple.
Yep. Straight through.
I wanted to do like a better staple noise, but it didn't happen. Sorry.
I don't even know what a staple noise would be.
Ew. I don't know. Look at we're not meant for sound effects,
no,
obviously.
Not.
Also, there's a disgusting moment where Manser decides to what I thought was going to happen was more disgusting than what Manser actually did. Manser spits in his hand. He's fighting Chris Brookes.
Oh God.
He spits in his hand, and I thought, because he was doing the Joker fucking punching bag with Chris.
He spits into the air.
Catches it. That's right. He spits
it
in the air, catches it in his hand. And I thought this is where we're going to open palm slap Brooks. Thankfully, he fucking closed his hand into a fist and just punched him. Jesus. Dude, I saw the fucking spit go up, and once it was caught is when the disgust hit me. I was like, oh, we're gonna use this for something.
Gross.
Thank you, Manser, for keeping it slightly clean. You just spit into your own hand.
We got so many doors. This
doors.
is, I think, where all the chairs got broken.
They had to have been.
Manser.
Hello, fast forward a day later when Sawyer Wreck was trying to find a fucking chair that wasn't already torn apart.
Seriously.
Manser.
Fucking breaking all the chairs. Okay.
Oh.
The fucking I need everyone to see this because it's so disgusting. The chair shot that Manser gave Watase like 2 or 3 times was harder than the last. And it thudded. Like you could hear the crowd scream because everyone was like, that man is fucking dead. And he just stood up. Like it was nothing.
Stood up, yeah, he stood up like he didn't just get beamed in the fucking.
And we're not talking put your arms up, block the chair.
No, he took it.
This man just took it.
He did. He totally just took it.
It made my stomach hurt so bad.
Again, I'm concerned for Sir's neck.
Yeah.
Just Watase, just please get your fucking head looked at.
Yeah, seriously, boy, because you got to be a little bit dizzy.
We're not okay. That's called a concussion, kids.
Seriously. They try to roll up. Second gear crew doesn't work. In the end, turns out Manders rolls up Shunma.
Yes.
And then we're done.
We're done. Oh, hold on. Okay, 2 more things I got to talk about before we can stop. One, I loved the little 3-way. So like all of second gear crew is in a corner. There's a chair on top of them in the corners.
Oh, yes.
Chris Brookes and friends rise to the fucking ring posts and Kukalamo. All
at the same time.
All at the same time.
It's
beautiful.
Called, what's it called?
A 3-way.
No, it's not called a 3-way.
A circle jerk.
No.
That's a good one though.
It is a good one.
Daisy chain?
No, what is it called? It has a name.
Musical chairs.
Fucking Shane McMahon does it.
Oh God.
It's like I want to say east to west, but that's not what it is.
Something coast. It was called something. Yeah, no, coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
That's right. That's right. Yes, coast to coast. We got it. And then my next favorite thing is Manser's on the ground. I don't know how he got there. They're pushing him and he's wiggling to closer to one of the ring corners. And then I think it's Watase grabs not, okay, so
oh my
does
God.
Everybody know how doors are made? So it's like 2 flat sheets and like that are like glued onto a weird fucking frame. So like it's one of the flat sheets, a piece of one of the flat sheets that Watase just like picks up and like places on top of Manser's. And then Manser, again, with a great sell from Second Gear Crew, is like, oh yes, this will weigh me down so that I'm not. And then thankfully we get like a bigger piece of door on top of Mance. Yeah. But again,
at one point it was just like the corner of a door and it was so funny.
It was so fucking funny. I'm like, this is not weighing Manser down enough to keep you here, but I appreciate the kayfabe.
Yeah, good sell. So
just again.
Yeah, Second Gear Crew takes it.
And like, I understand why Second Gear Crew gets it.
Well, yeah.
But this match was so good.
Actually, a fair amount of GCW people won these matches.
Oh, from the GCW DDT series?
Yeah. So I think only 1, 2, 3. Only 3 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 matches. Only 3 of them were won by DDT.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. It's GCW versus DDT, and it's in LA. Like GCW.
I know.
I feel like GCW was bound to heavy-handedly win.
Yeah, that's true. This whole show is great. If you have Fight TV, I'm not trying to sell anything, but if you have Fight TV, please go watch it because it was actually really, really good. It was super fun. Runner-up match for me was Starboy Charlie and Higuchi because Higuchi made that boy work. And it wasn't supposed to be Starboy Charlie. It was supposed to be Blake Christian. But I think he was at ROH instead. And
so much wrestling.
And Higuchi fucking amazing. And I'm not just saying that because he photobombed my picture of Chris Brookes. No, I do love Higuchi. But the fucking Pheromones Bussy match is worth it in itself. Like that was worth the price of admission.
I fucking believe it.
But this was probably my favorite of the night or afternoon, I guess you could say.
Phenomenal. 5 stars.
5 stars.
5 stars. So many claps.
That's what happens when
oh my god
together.
And then after this particular show, the GCW versus DDT, Ashley's walking back to her fucking car, and Manser, who is never anywhere to be found after a fucking match, is just outside kicking it.
He's outside kicking it, selling shit. That's where I got you the greatest shirt I've ever bought you.
Manser, stop breaking the fucking chairs.
With Manser's face on it and high enough that you can make it a crop top.
100%.
And me with my fucking broken voice was just like, I have to talk to him because Amanda's gonna lose her goddamn mind.
And I did. You sent me the picture and I was both like crying and so elated that this happened.
Yeah, because hands down, nicest, sweetest boy. Same with Manders. Manders is a sweetheart. Second Gear Crew boys are all very, very sweet.
Until one of them calls you fucking Shawn Michaels. Throwback!
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But yeah, and I told him the situation. I said, my friend's supposed to be here and she can't be here, and she's super bummed because she fucking wants to be here so bad. And he literally was like, I'm so sorry. Will she be here later tonight? And I said, no, she will not.
God damn it.
And he said, I'm so sorry. I will try to stay next time I'm out here. And so,
oh, Manser, please stay.
Manser, that June show is gonna sneak up real quick. So
I will hold you to your fucking promise, man.
Because we love you, Manser.
We do love you, Manser.
And you're the sweetest boy in the world.
Yes.
Also, fun fact, he does not charge for photos, and he made sure everyone knew that, which was adorable.
Oh my god. What a fucking angel.
Because I went up to him and I bought your shirt, and I was like, oh, do you mind if I just get a photo with you? Just to send to my friend. And he's like, yeah, the shirt's $20. I don't charge for photos. I'm like,
you fucking man. God damn it.
I don't charge for that. And I'm like, oh,
fucking love you.
I will give you money.
I will give you extra money because how dare you be an angel?
How dare you?
All right, 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. We fucking know who mine is at this point.
And we know who mine is.
Oh yeah, I was like, who's yours? Duh. Fucking okay. Well, 10 out of 10 would bang Mance Warner. I wouldn't just bang Mance Warner. That man. Oh, watch out, Mister. You're gonna get wiped up real fucking hard.
She's gonna lock that down. hardcore.
So hardcore. I will fucking cook your dinner and take your goddamn American flag boots off and rub your fucking feet, bro. Ashley going gross was the best.
Amanda doesn't even drink. She'll have a fucking.
I will have a fucking cold Bud Light or whatever beer of choice. You get handed Bud Light. I don't know if that's your beer or not.
Yeah, true.
You just get handed that a lot.
It's what GCW has.
But it will be cold. It will be on fucking point and ready for when you come home after your bloody fucking matches.
Yeah. And mine's Chris Brookes, if you did not know already.
Because how could you not?
Tall boy.
Tall boy. Skyscraper.
Skyscraper.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Extremely tall boy. We actually looked very silly standing next to each other.
I can't even, because the pictures you have with Brooks, like he came down to your level.
Except for that one. Except for one.
Okay.
And he's standing next to me and we look fucking ridiculous.
Because he's like two of you.
He's 6'4". Fun fact. My ex-boyfriend was 6'8".
Fuck, I was wondering how tall he was because I could not fucking remember. I just remember it was like insane.
So that man had 4 inches on Chris Brookes.
Oh my God.
And I was with him for 8 years.
That's
okay.
crazy.
Let's cut that part out.
We're done.
So yeah, that's that.
That's that. Okay, so you know the deal. You can find us on Twitter at
HTTWPod.
You can find us on Instagram at
How to Talk Wrestling Pod.
And fucking here we are. Look at us being consistent.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a throwback episode next week.
I'm down. We can our episodes come out on Throwback Thursday. We can just fucking throw back for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. Because I've been watching a lot of ECW.
ECW is where it's at, bro.
ECW is so fucking good. Like
it's so bad it's good.
It has made me fall so much in love with Cactus Jack. Like I am smitten.
Because how could you not be?
You're talking about wifing up fucking Manser.
I'd
wife the fuck up out of Mick Foley.
100%. Yeah, you'd wife Foley so hard.
Yeah,
so hard.
Anyway,
sorry guys, this episode took a turn. Not bad. Okay, so that's it. Drink water. Be nice. Ashley and I are gonna go get fucking tacos and see Midsummer now.
Yeah, we're gonna have a.
Do you feel held by him?
Don't fucking do that.
We're wearing fucking flower crowns and everything. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to post this week's fucking post. So yeah, stay tuned.
We're going on a date. Goodbye.
Bye.
This has been a Count Out Podcast.
So Curtis.
Yeah, man.
Count said we've got to do an ad. I've never done one before. What should we do?
I have no idea, bro. I ever made an ad before. What are we doing an ad for?
I don't know. We just say we're like a New Japan Pro Wrestling podcast, and we just put a bunch of clips like here.
Arguably the most shredded guy. So if you really want to get there too.
Maybe a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Heard that here. Michael Richards calling Jay White small compared to him. Here.
I love it. This picture you've painted for me. I want to hang it up. I want to frame it and hang it up in my bedroom.
Yeah.
We don't have a WWE tryout or a New Japan tryout every second week, and now I'm in Bullet Club.
And here?
Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega. Do you want to just go off about this match?
How do you take or talk about one of, I think, probably the best matches you've ever seen? That's an ad, right?
Yeah, that works. That's brilliant because then all our work's already been done for us and we don't have to do anything.
Aha, past us did it. Present us living in the now.
Look at us.
Look at
us being friggin' brilliant.
Mate, minimum effort, maximum output. Okada Shorts podcast. Check it out on the Count Out Network at Okada Shorts. Rate and subscribe. Listen or die.
This has been a Count Out Podcast.